Hey everybody, welcome back to more of The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. In the last episode, we conquered Dungeon 4 and got the Titan's Mitt, an item that helps us immensely with traversal here in the overworld. And in this episode, we're going to continue on here doing quite a couple of side quests that have now opened up to us now that we've gotten the Titan's Mitt. Starting with this. Now that we can lift up those dark rocks, we can enter this area. And we're gonna pound a whole bunch of these pegs. Hooray, yeah. Thrilling gameplay here. I also like how the cuckoos in this area are skeletons instead of just like chickens. And for doing that, we get another piece of heart here. And yeah, I'm going to be warning you now, there's not going to be much in the way of dungeon progress in this episode. There's just going to be a bunch of side quests. But these side quests are really helpful. So you do want to go out of your way to do these. One of the things we can do here is talk to this dude. Ribbit, your body did not change. You are not just an ordinary guy, are you? I used to live in Kakariko Town. I wonder what my partner is doing there without me. Ribbit, I have a request of you. Please take me to my partner. Please, Ribbit, please. Alright, so we didn't really visit this area in the light world, but if once we get the Titan's Mitt, we can actually free this guy from the prison of boulders that he was surrounded by. And he's a little gnome! He's not a gnoblin, he's not a gnelf, he's a gnome! And you want to take him here. Oh, happy days are here again. You've found my partner. We are very happy now. Drop by here again, and at that time we will temper your sword perfectly. Hey, you, welcome. Ask us to do anything. We're going to temper my sword. So, yeah. We're just going to give the Master Sword, the Blade of Evil's Bane, the most legendary sword in this land. The one that cannot be wielded unless the user has earned the 3 pendants of virtue. We're just going to give them to 2 gnomes to temper it. Yeah. Just straight up. That doesn't seem weird. Doesn't that seem weird? I would not want to trust just any blacksmith with just that, with a legendary sword like that. But, sword is tempered up. Now hold it! It's a good thing we do trust it because now we have the level 3 Master Sword. Of course, double power is doubled from the traditional one, and it looks super cool. I love how the level 3 sword looks like. More so than the spoiler alert upgrade 4 that we're gonna get later in the game. But yeah, out of how the swords look, this one is definitely the coolest. All right, and now if we go back to that area where we were at, or actually no, doing this backwards. We want to go back to the blacksmith's house in the light world, or in the dark world. Or actually, not yet, because there is something that I missed to do here when we got the flute last time around. If we go this way. And remember when the boy said that we got his flute to play it to an old man? Well? Oh, is this my son's flute? Did you meet my son? Where is he? Is he alright? Oh, I see. Well, I could tell but what you want to say by the look in your eyes. Would you keep the flute, and will you play its sweet melody for the bird in the village square? I beg of you, please. My son would probably want it this way. But still, I wish I could see him once more. Now, unfortunately, we had to bring feelings of grief to his day, but he did give us a really useful hint, and that is to play the flute. Vandalism! And much like in the first game, if you play an instrument out in the overworld, you will get carried off into the sky. Yes, this now unlocks fast travel. You can go to any point in the map that is marked here. 2, if you want a quick heal, that will take you right to the witch's hut. 3 will take you right to Kakariko Town. 4 will take you right back down to Link's house. And all the other ones will take you to some major area there that you need to fast travel to, just so you would need it. It's only in the light world, however. You can't really use it in the dark world. But very useful. Highly recommend that you do that. But now that we have fast travel unlocked, if you ever want to see where your dark world portal is, you can look at the map and it will show you. Alright, and you go to this house, and because the key is locked inside the chest, you can never open it. Just take it with you. Sounds like kind of like an Earthbound-esque thing. Alright, well. What we want to do with the chest here is, the reason I unlocked fast travel is because we actually want to use it for this little side quest. And we want to go to warp point 7 here. You don't want to dash because that'll leave the chest behind if you do. And you want to take care of these flying men here so they don't disturb you. Now, we saw this guy on our way to the Desert Palace, but I never really stopped to talk to him. I heard that you know I used to be a thief, right? Well, I'll open a chest for you. Will you keep it a secret from everyone else? It's a secret to everybody. And now you get your 4th and final bottle of the game. Yep. Alright, so yeah, now we're back up to 4 bottles. Now, what we want to do next here is we want to go to warp point 6. And if you lift up one of these dark rocks here that you could not lift up before, you are now thrusted into the deadly swamp known as Misery Mire. And as you can see in the Hyrule and the Dark World map, there's actually no other way to enter this area. You must warp to warp point 6 in order to reach this dungeon here. So yeah, getting that bird is not only useful, but it is also required. And there's quite a bit of things you can do here. We're not actually going to enter Dungeon 6. Rather, there's some areas around Dungeon 6 that are very useful to us. Not this area. Well, I mean, that is useful, but that's not what we want right now. I hope the thunder doesn't really screw up the recording here. Alright. And I managed to get hit there. That sucks. Alright, and we open this chest with red rupee and a piece of heart here. So that's one piece of heart in this area, but there's actually a second one if you go all the way to the top right of the area. And go into this little corner here. This is another one of those, oh crap, there's something cool here corners. And we have now gotten to this piece of heart here. Alright, now instead of going back through the portal there, what we want to do is actually warp to warp point 7. Because there's kind of another little mini side quest thing that we can do now that we actually could have done as soon as we got in the Master Sword, but I kind of wanted to wait till now because I didn't want to I kind of wanted to lump all the major side quests into kind of its own video, so that's why I waited until now. But what we want to do is go to this teleporter up here. And that little pumpkin enemy down there, you want to avoid him because he is actually going to steal your shield if you let him, so yeah. It's not necessarily a like, but still steals your shield, I guess. That's the entrance to Dungeon 2 right there, but again, we're not going to do dungeons right now. Instead, what I want to do here is move over to this way. And another, oh crap, there's a cool secret here area. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of Bombos. We got the Bombos medallion. That is the first of 3 medallions with the screen nuke power-up. And I think I kind of screwed up. Yep, I did. Okay, well, that sucks. We're going to want to go back to the teleporter that we used to get in there in the first place. God, can you get away from me, dude? Jeez. Jeez, man. Alright, so let's head on over here. And now, I could be wrong, but I believe... Oh, okay, no, yeah, okay, I was wrong. But we do need to take this teleporter, though, because it's the most convenient one. We want to go wherever the Zora's Lake was, and I actually think I went the wrong way. Oh, shoot. Yeah, things do a lot of damage in this area, so you want to be very careful. Okay, yeah, going up now. This is one of the few songs that I actually learned how to play on guitar, and actually sounds kind of nice. I like it. What? Me do something that's not playing video games? Oh, how could the world ever? Okay, and then another thing that we needed the Titan's Mitt to get through, yeah. Telling ya, so many things that have opened up now that we got the Titan's Mitt, man. And if we head north from here... Now we want to read this sign to get a hint of what to do here. Curses to anyone who throws something into my circle of stones. How about a little present? What, you don't like flowers? I'm telling you, there's so much worse that I could have thrown in your little circle, dude. Was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I will give this to you if you go away. This is the Quake medallion. 2 of 3 medallions acquired. Yeah, this is a little mini side quest, you could say. 2 of these are required. I believe the only one that's not required is Bombos, but the other 2 are. I don't think I want to... actually... Yeah, I'll teleport back to the light world. Thought there was something I could do on this side of Low Rule, but I really can't, so... Probably best to teleport to Light World because we are off. And we want to go here to Death Mountain. And thankfully we're right next to the guy that heals you because, frankly, we really need it. Alright, now we want to make our way to the top of Death Mountain here. Right, and there's gonna be these Tektites now. I don't think these were here before when we came the first time. And unfortunately, every time we want to get past Spectacle Rock, we have to go through the Dark World and then go over here and then go back to the Light World. It's just what you have to do. But now that we made it to this area, here's the final tabloid. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of Ether! Ether! This is the Ether Medallion. We have acquired now all 3 of the medallions that are given to the Master Sword. Quake and Ether are required, so you do need to get those, but Bombos you can easily skip because you do not need that for anything. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's teleport to Warp Point 2 because there's quite a bit we can do on the northern side of Hyrule here. Now what we want to do is make our way to the graveyard over there. Alright, and now that we've gotten the Titan's Mitt, we want to dash into that thing and we are going to go grave robbing! And now that we're in the grave of Schmitty Werbin Jaggerman Hansen, we get to steal his #1 cape, the magic cape. This item is also not required, but it is required for 100% because, well, not only do you need it to get all the items in the game, but you do need it to get a couple heart pieces later down the line as well, so very much helpful to have. And there's also another grave that you can push open, but there's just a bunch of rupees in there, and if I don't really need them for right now, I kind of want to save them because there is a rupee limit in this game. It is 999, and if you do reach it, any rupees that you collect afterwards will go to waste. So I kind of want to be careful and not waste any rupees here. Okay, and now we can enter the Kakariko port through this side that we have now that we have the Titan's Mitt here. And I guess I should have done this right after I did the Kakariko, the Thieves Town stuff, just because it would have made it a lot easier, but hey, there goes me planning ahead. Doesn't exist apparently. Alright, what you want to do is make your way to the graveyard over here again. There's no graves in the Dark World. It's kind of weird. You would think the one in the Dark World would have more graves, but no, there's none. Guess they have their graveyard somewhere else here. Anyways, you want to climb up that ladder and teleport to the Light World here because you can't get on this cliff otherwise. And you get yet another piece of heart here. Alright, and then we're going to ignore that port to the Dark World for right now because we don't really need it. Oh, shoot. Get away. Alright, and let's see. We want to go north to the northeast of the Lost Woods area here. And we see this tree looks different from every other tree in the area. Get away from me, bee. Bee! Not the bees! Go away. And whoa, slow down. And if we fall through here, we get yet another piece of heart. And that is really all we have time for today. I'm sorry we didn't do any dungeons this episode, but yeah, there's tons of side quests that now opened up to us. There's still quite a couple more, but I'm going to have to save those till next time, alright though? So, next time on The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, we're going to continue on doing a couple more side quests, and maybe actually continue into another dungeon. See you guys next time.